today I'm going to be showing you a demo lesson teaching wonders with your ViewSonic. And we're going to be using the resources provided from Wonders as well as my ViewBoard whiteboard to help teach this lesson. We're going to use day 2 in Wonders, where kids are doing the reading writing workshop story and then working on the Write About Reading section of the Your Turn page. So before I get started in my lesson, there are a few things that I want to do before I get up here in front of my students. And one of those is I want to make sure that I have the Your Turn pages saved as a PDF into my drive. The way that I do that is from the main dashboard. I'm going to come over here to the weekly printables and choose the wheel and then do open original format. That's going to give me the PDF of the Your Turn pages. When I download this, I can move it from my downloads into my drive so that when I'm up here with my students, I can access those files from my drive. When I'm ready to be with my students, I'm going to do the whole group reading. I'm going to open up the reading writing workshop story. And as a class, we're going to read this story with the ViewBoard reading it to us. I'm going to click on the speaker icon, and that is going to read the story to my students. When I press that, it's going to give me full control. I can pause it, I can rewind, I can stop to ask the questions that are in my TE so that I'm really engaged in including the kids in this lesson while we're reading the story. And when I get to the end of the story and we are on the Your Turn pages, I'm going to open up this graphic organizer from my drive. And I'm going to use my ViewBoard whiteboard to do that. When I open up whiteboard, I'm going to pull this file in from my drive. And the way I'm going to do that is clicking on the magic box, choosing drive, and then choosing the file that I want from my drive to annotate on. And if you need help with that, we have directions on our EdTech help site. So I have my PDF up here. I have my pen. I'm ready to take notes, but I want to be going back and forth between this and the book so that we are getting that text evidence and we're using our books to find details. So the way I can do that easily is use this Windows toggle icon. And when I press that, it will put whiteboard to the side and I'm back to my reading writing workshop story. So I can go back with my students, I can read the text, and then when I'm ready to write into my graphic organizer with my students, I come back here and I use my pen and I can write right here into the boxes. If this is a little bit small and I need to make it bigger so that my kids in the back can see, I'm going to come over here to the hand tool. And with the hand tool, I can zoom in and move this wherever I need it to be. The nice thing is, as I'm writing into it, that writing is going to stay with the PDF. So as I write down my details, I need to choose pen. As I write down my details, I'm working on this with my students, writing my sentences together. We're ready to go to the next detail. I can move this up and that writing is going to stay with it. So I go back to my pen tool. I can continue writing the details, going back and forth from the story into my writing right here using this toggle. That puts me back over into my story. I can look back, get the details, come over here, write it into my graphic organizer. And then when I'm all finished, I want to show the kids how it looks at the end. I want them to be able to see all of my annotations. I can zoom out and everything I wrote stays in that PDF. Now at the end of my lesson, I want to save that PDF with the annotations. I have the ability to do that as well over here in the file icon, and I'm just going to export that into my Google Drive. Again, we have directions on that in our EdTech site under my ViewBoard whiteboard. So I'm done with this. We're going to go back into McGraw-Hill, and now on the next page we have a write about the text part. And I want to do this with my students. So we go over the writing piece, we look at the mentor text, And then down here it says it's your turn. And in this direction, it's telling us to brainstorm character traits. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a bubble map, but I want to use my ViewBoard whiteboard to do that. I'm going to open up a new page, and I get that down here in the page menu. I can add a page, and then I can use my shape tools to make a circle if I want to. Of course, I can just draw a circle, but if you are meticulous and want a really nice circle, I can do a circle in the middle. And now go back to using my pen tool, and I'm going to say the character traits of that character. And as a class, we can brainstorm different character traits, writing it down. And again, if I want to save this, I have that option to do that with that folder icon so that my students can have this later on if they need it. And I want to go back into my wonders. So I'm going to go back to the Windows icon to toggle. Takes me back over here. Then the students are going to finish the Your Turn Write to the Text in their writing journals or whatever you're going to have them work in. And now that was a lesson using only my ViewBoard to teach wonders. You can do the same, a few steps to get you ahead, get you prepared for this lesson, makes it so that you don't have to be switching back and forth between your document camera or being tied to your laptop. So if you have questions on this, you want more tips on how to teach from your ViewBoard, please check out our EdTech help site or reach out to the tech trainers. We are more than happy to help you with any instructional technology in your classroom. Good luck and thanks for watching.